First thing we do when we start the day is we come on in here and we hit this power strip. You will notice it looks like nothing happened. Be patient. I'm going to rotate the screen up. Look at that. It's firing up. It's flashing. It's flashing. And then you would come over here. First thing you do is you hit library. And when we hit library, now you see there's different options here. You would pick, and by the way, these are under, there's different folders like channel, effects, clip, snip, snap, show. Under snap, in case someone moves it to something weird, you need to know that that could have been moved. You would pick out the one that best represents what we're doing here. And the last show that I had everything in was Outside CLR Dan Heritage Days 2. This is one of the advantages of a digital board. We did Thursday night on the town, and it went really well. First time we ever used the board. Then shortly thereafter, we did an outdoor service, and this is the one I saved from that. And I basically reused the settings because it was the same band, and we could have cut a CD that day. It was super good. So I hit load. Now it asks if I want to confirm. I'm saying yes, and I did. So now that's the settings. And as I've said before, you know, like Dorothy, you're always thinking no place like home. Home gives you so that you can see the overall main look of the channel. And in the main look of the channel, for example, we know that this is number 1, Steve, and we can look down here and see there's Steve, and it's selected, it's green. You have to tell the channel, you have to tell it which of these you're talking about, because we no longer above the sliders have 3 or 6 dials that you turn. Instead, we EQ here, and you can control that with these dials, or you can touch it and then you can move things. That's adding, boosting the bass. That's taking some away. And in the middle area, we'll do more on EQing. The main thing why we moved to a digital board, one of the reasons, is we were able to download professional EQs like these that are made for the specific things. Like this is for a vocal mic, but very different from that. That's for the bass guitar. And for example, the bass guitar adds in things we've never done before, like compression. You don't need to learn how to do that, at least not yet, but it opens the door for that in the future. But so for example, that's the bass guitar, but I'm gonna push here. Notice I switched, I'm on the acoustic guitar, and you can label all these things down here. You see that there's names. And so what we do is we select it, and then it's within here that we can change things. So it doesn't quite look right to me, so I hit home, because what I was looking for was gain. I see the gain, and let's say I want to turn that down. You can grab this knob over here, and that adjusts it. See, now we're down to 28.5 decibels. And then any screen you're on, you can see that if it's above it, that it pertains to that. So that's how you can tell that what these things do. We're not going to do much with those, but just so you know, that's how it works. Now it's important for you to know, for example, if I go over here, here's a channel that's not named, and we'll probably have an unnamed channel or two available in case you want to add somebody. What you do if you want to change it is you go here to name. See, there's a thing there, and you can type in a name. We'll just call it Mike, and this was channel 9, so I'm gonna go Mike 9. And then you can do things like change the color of it. I do microphones are always blue. Notice they're color coded, so that should help you. Your guitars are red. And then you can even give it an icon. So because it's a microphone, I clicked on microphone, then you choose, okay, what would be, most of the other ones are using an icon that looks like this. So it's just the same type of mic as them. I figure I'll just give it the same. And then, let's see, we're back. So now that's labeled. So instead of having tape here to tell what's what and who's who, you can actually label it, color code it, and that type of thing. So The thing you need to notice is there are 12 sliders, 3 banks of 4. And in order to get to more sliders, notice it's going to switch when I do it. Now we're on 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we're not even using 17 through 24. And if I click here, we're not using 25 through 36. And we can even go even farther to 37 to 48, that button. But just, you need to know which bank you're in and notice, read those things above. So I can, and let's leave this to me or someone who's trained on it, I can reroute things. There's this routing page. You should not mess with this. But when you look down at these sliders and you say, okay, I want all my microphones left to right visually on the stage, 1 through 4. Well, what if one of the microphones is plugged in the back? When I say the back, I mean like right here in the usually we have monitors front and monitors back. And there's this digital stage box right here. That's the front, and that one's the back. Well, you could be plugged in the back there in 17, for example, and then through routing, when you come back to the board, I could take the 17th one and I could make like this slider, I can change it where it's taking in 17. You should not do that, but I'm just letting you know, digital board makes it so you can change things pretty radically in that way. This meters page, we don't use effects. We'll add those in later. It's where you can actually pick like concert reverb, and you can put that in there, and then you can adjust it in the channel. So I'm gonna go back to home, and then there's places where you can insert that, I think is where you would do it, and there it is, and you can put that effect in. But we don't deal with effects much, so I'm gonna not be using that much. Setup, leave that to us, but I can adjust the brightness, dimness of almost anything. And then library, again, you see that is so that we can decide which band, and then we can, when we're done, let's say end of the day, we love what we set up. Like for example, I just added mic 9. I want it to know that I added mic 9. So I hit save, and then same name, and I hit save, and that says overwrite it, confirm. Now, everything that happened today, if it looks wonderful, is saved, and we're able to use it next time.